Okay, so wanted to come out here and record another video a day later. So this line of track where these slips are, laid these tracks yesterday around the same time. So wanted to come out here and just kind of see what's happened over the course of a day, and I'll probably lay a new line of track over here to the left, so that way I've got something to compare to. But in terms of weather, what's happened in the last 24 hours here, we've had a lot of consistency in the weather. It's been kind of soggy, a little bit rainy on and off. Not a whole lot of heavy wind, very little sunshine, been mostly cloudy. Typical spring weather in this part of the country. So I actually got a little drizzle kind of going on right now. But whenever I came out of the gate here, and the first thing I noticed was you could still see a huge color differential, massive from even rounding the corner here and taking a look. A lot of compression still. Started to see a lot of stuff pop back up, but like this track right here, I mean, it still looks very, very fresh. Just the color differential is massive compared to what we would consider baseline over here. Much lighter color. That's the shine effect we talk about, and how that light hits differently and refracts into to your lens of your eye. It gives it a different color. So, yep. So not as much definition around the track. Still, the biggest thing that I see is the grass laying over, the color differential. It's definitely a mesh. Had a lot of stuff pop back up inside. Still have some twisting going on inside the track as well. This hasn't quite sprung back just yet. I'm sure if we get a little bit of sun on it, it'll probably spring back up pretty quick. This one right here, very similar. We still have a lot of grass to lay down, a lot of the same characteristics. So you can definitely tell it's not super fresh, like it was just made. It's definitely been some time, but these definitely still stand out very well. That's just because we haven't had a whole lot of change in the weather to really make the vegetation respond in a different way. You know, if there was a lot of sunshine, you know, they would pop back up and start, you know, kind of reaching back up towards the sun a little bit. But since it stayed pretty damp and been pretty damp, and there hasn't been a whole lot of sun, it's still kind of laid down. I'd be curious after we kind of get through today's rain. I think the sun comes out tomorrow. I'll be curious what the tracks look like at the end of the day tomorrow. So I'm gonna lay another line of track up here at the top, and just so that way I've got a little side-by-side comparison of day-old tracks versus brand new tracks. But again, these are just little things that you can do every day at home for just a couple minutes a day, or, you know, a couple times a week, just to improve your search quality, right? I've talked about this in my classes before. I'm not sure I've talked about it in any of these videos yet, but so tracks are the most abundant clue that are left by lost individuals, outside of just the skin grafts and the stuff that falls off of you that the canines can pick up. That's more abundant, but tracks are right there with it, and that's something that we can visually detect as humans. So this is the most abundant clues that are left by any lost subject. So as a searcher, it really behooves us to become proficient in our tracking skills, even if you just get really good at being track aware, and we don't really, you know, push all the way to being a full tracker status. Just being track aware gives you a massive advantage whenever you're going out there. It just improves your overall clue detection, improves the ability to see things that other people may not see. It gives you incentive to go check things, to go look a little bit off from the baseline, and maybe you can pick something up from there. So as a searcher, we spend a lot of time talking about tracking in you know, these videos. That's just because this is such a huge, key, important component of being a ground searcher. Every searcher should be at least track aware in some capacity. So and these are easy 10-minute exercises you can do at home, just in your spare time. I'm actually getting ready to go to the grocery store right after this, so this was me just wanting to go check the tracks before I went out and do the grocery store. So easy, couple minutes. You don't have to spend a whole lot of time out here. You don't have to stare at the ground and examine every piece of evidence. All of that makes you a better tracker, but this is just something short that you can do, just a quick visual comparison one day to the next, fresh track versus aged track. it's going to make a massive difference for you whenever you get out and you're actually looking for a lost individual. So we'll call it a video there. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Happy searching. I want to lay this other line of track, and I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you.